Hey y'all, we're doing a story time. So this is a story time on the first time I dated a hood ninja. Y'all, so basically I had moved back to Oklahoma. I had moved to Washington State and my mama got deployed because she in the army. So I had ended up moving back to Oklahoma when she got deployed. And my mama was really strict, y'all. Like I wasn't allowed to watch music videos. I didn't spend the night in nobody's house. Nobody spent the night in my house. I couldn't even close my bedroom door. So my mama was like super, super strict. But my grandma was the exact opposite. Like she was older, so she was more lenient. And then she had my other cousins that lived there with her too. So it was just like once I moved to Oklahoma, I had like so much freedom, y'all. But yeah, I was so used to doing things a certain way though that I was good for about 9 months, y'all. And when the summertime hit, baby, listen. So my grandma used to go to my other grandma's house, which is my mama. So we used to go to her house every day to check on her and, to go hang out. And that's like where everybody would hang out at. All my cousins, all their friends, like everybody would just be over there hanging out. And it was just so fun. Those were some of the best times of my life, literally. Like my mom's house used to be so lit, like so lit, especially in the summertime. But so yeah, me and my grandmother, we went over to my mom's house one day, and there was this guy, like he was walking from out of my mom's house, and I was walking into my mom's house. Y'all, listen, I remember this like yesterday. I will remember this forever. Like when we passed by each other, like it's like time slowed down. It was like this. Like time literally slowed down, y'all. So I was like, Grandma, he is cute. Who is he? And Grandma was like, well, I don't know, yeah, he is cute, whatever. He was one of my cousin's friends, y'all. And so I kept seeing him. Like I would go over to my mom's house every day, and I just kept seeing him. I just kept seeing him. And so I'm like, this gotta mean something. I kept, running into him. And so my cousins now, listen, all my cousins are about that life. So this was my boy, one of my favorite big boy cousins. He had a girl he was talking to. But let me mind y'all, I'm 15 at the time. So was I 14 or 15? I was 15. So everybody else is older than me. I'm like the youngest one. So he was talking to this girl. And she came to pick me up, and I rode to the store with her. And I was just telling her, about the guy who I thought was cute, and I kept seeing around. And, we were just talking. She's like, okay, I'm about to make a stop to my friend's house. So I'm like, okay. When we got to her friend's house, her friend was a whole nother ninja that she was talking to, right? She talking to my cousin and somebody else, and I rode in the car with her to the other dude's house. So I'm like, oh, Lord. Anyway, we walk into the house, and guess who's sitting on the couch, y'all? The dude who I keep seeing in my house. So I'm like, okay. But y'all, like, it's so much going on in here. Mind y'all, like, I ain't never been around no smoke, no alcohol, nothing. And they doing that all up in here. Like, this was a whole trap house. But I had no idea because I ain't never been inside a trap house before. So, shit, I'm thinking it's mama. Like, like mama house. Man, they are, just in there chilling. It's like a good time house. They just chilling and talking and they're smoking or whatever. Now, I don't smoke or do nothing. So, I'm just sitting there looking like a square, and they all, used to that. And I'm the only one who's not. So, I'm just sticking out like a sore thumb, And so, the girl and her other dude, they went to the store. They went somewhere. And she gonna be back. So, I'm like, okay. But I was so scared. But I'm like, not scared, but nervous. I'm like, okay. So me and the guy, he was super nice. We just sitting there talking or whatever. And, he's asking me how old I am. I told him I was 15, y'all. He was 21. So y'all know he had my mind gone. Like, I was gone. I'm trying to see. I'm going to fast forward it. So basically, I was, I started talking to him. We started, messing around or whatever. And I was so scared because I was younger than him. And I had never really had no boyfriend like that. Especially nobody that was older. Especially nobody that was, in the streets. Like, he was certified. He was certified. And I just was scared. All of my big boy cousins, I didn't know what they was going to say. And, yeah, I was scared. So I really wasn't telling anybody like that. And y'all, one night he called my phone. And he's like, what you doing? And I'm like, nothing, I'm at home, finna do some homework or whatever. So I'm like, what you doing? He like, oh, I'm on the block. And I'm like, on a block? What's that? He like, I gotta get this money for you, you know? And I'm like, oh, okay. So he's like, well, you want me to come pick you up? And I'm like, it was a school night. So I tell him, like, I can't, you know, leave. I gotta go to school in the morning. Y'all, I had literally never done nothing before. So I was like, no, I can't leave. I gotta go to school tomorrow. And he's like, well, I'll have you back, you know, in time for school. You know, we'll just go get something to eat and I'll take you back. And I was like, well, I guess, you know, y'all. So basically, I was so scared. I was too scared to ask my grandma, could I go? That I made a dummy. I made a dummy and snuck out the window. And y'all, I didn't go back home for a week. I was gone for a week, y'all. Literally, like I didn't go to school for a week. This was the first time I had ever done anything like this in my life, y'all. I was gone for a whole fucking week. My mama, she lived in Georgia. When I tell you, she was calling my phone, leaving voicemails. I didn't answer the phone. I didn't answer the phone for nobody for a week. Like, my big cousins, they were calling my phone, leaving me voicemails, telling me that they was going to beat my ass when they caught me. And I was just so scared. And I'm just like, they're going to beat my ass. And he telling me, like, ain't nobody going to mess with you. So, shit, I kept not answering the phone. But, y'all, it was so crazy. But my phone finna go dead, so let me know if y'all want a part 2.
Have you ever been maced? If you haven't, I have. And I'm going to tell you the story about the time I was. So, back when they first created color TVs, I used to be a naked dancer, dancing for money. Yeah, okay? So, way back yonder, okay? So, it was this one day, girl. I'll never forget this. This was in Miami. If you ever been to Miami, in the clubs of Miami, this was in Office, okay? So, true story. In the Office, when you were dancing, you had to come in the back door. You probably still do have to do that. But anyway, I was sneaking and geeking in my eyes, okay, girl? I probably was off for 1, 2, 3, 4 miles. You know what I'm saying this night? And that's cool. Because when I turn up, I be happy. I'm not one of the people that turn up and they get real aggressive with and stuff like that. I be trying to be everybody's friend. I want to take the shots and stuff like that, girl. So anyway, fast forward. We at the work. We at the workplace, which is the club, the Devil's Den, girl, the Office. So we there. First man I see, like, this the first one man. I'm like trying to talk to him or whatever, and I sit down. That man told me I was in his seat. He told me I was in his seat. Now, that's strange to me. Like, I started being a dancer. Like, if that was a man's seat, I'm a woman, so it's my seat now. But that was never that man's seat. But I wasn't really tweaking off of it, so I'm just like, oh, okay, cool, my fault. Because technically, I don't really want to be standing up. I want to be, you know what I'm saying, clapping cheeks, getting dollars poured on me. That's what I want to be happening. But it seemed like that wasn't going to happen in that situation. So I said, oh, I'm just going to migrate to another part of the club. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm happy. And I get to the next little group of dudes. He like, oh, so let me go order these bottles from the bar, because they used to have the $50 bottles till like 8 o'clock or something at night. So anyway, he go to the bar to go get these little $50 bottle or whatever. And then when he come back, guess what that man told me, y'all? If you guessed that he told me I was in his seat, you're correct. So that's 2 mean. And like 20 minutes that they told me I was in a seat. So now that I'm, you know what I'm saying, under some kind of influence, I'm like, oh, niggas think I'm pussy. So now it's cranking in my head. Now I finally get to the last man. He didn't say that I'm in his seat. At this point, I can't take it no more. I done got dressed up and go out the bed. No. Like, I can't work here today. Everybody trying me about chairs. And I'm stronger than a chair. You feel me? I go outside, the DJ coming out of bed. I'm talking to somebody about how everybody been telling me to get out of their seat. And this man walked through us. I say, excuse you. He said, what you say? I said, excuse you. And then he called me the B word. Hitting him. Make it. Next thing I know, my face burning. And I'm locked up. They won't let me out. So the moral of this story is, it's not don't do drugs. That's not what I was going to say. Men, stop telling women to get up out their seat. Because we sick of it and we going to beat you about it. Thank you. Have a good day.